Welcome to day 21 of this trip. Following on immediately from the last one, we are still at Lake Constance. It's just off to our right, and we're heading to Austria today. A fairly short run. We've only got about 140 miles to cover. I'm frankly feeling a bit broken by the past 2 days. 500 miles in a heat wave, so taking it nice and easy. Need to catch up with video editing, so there is plenty to do. But yeah, she seems to be running well enough at the moment. Starting to get some fuel economy figures in, and she's doing about 45, so I'll take that. But yeah, I mean, we're going pretty gently, to be honest, which is partly speed limit and partly I'm just not in the mood to get a shift on, not when it's this hot. It's a bit of an endurance race. But I had a very nice stop at a campsite last night, made use of the swimming pool, which is a real rarity for me, and then just did nothing. It just collapsed all evening. It was marvellous. So, I mean, obviously there's always niggles with a car, but it's mostly just the clonking kingpins are the main worry at the moment, but they should keep clonking, and when I get back home I will replace the arms. Otherwise, yeah, it's just keeping an eye on the oil level, which isn't dropping anywhere near as much as it was, so that's all good. So I think we're going to keep following Lake Constance, which is this blue blob to the right, because it is huge, and I think Switzerland, Austria, Liechtenstein and Germany all have borders upon it, so yeah, go and see what the day has in store. Probably a lot more of just this ambling along for a bit before things get more interesting in Austria. Right, a bit more motorway. We're just going past Nesselwang. Amazing. Whoa, that's just a wall of mountain in front of me. And a truck. Overtaking trucks is quite tricky because people really do come bombing past. Wow, that view is just breathtaking. Here we go. This would appear to be the border crossing. Germany still takes its borders very seriously. There's a heavy police presence at every way in. Made it through another police check. A 2CV is clearly the vehicle of choice. This is just breathtaking. So we've still got 57 miles to go, and he reckons it's going to take the best part of 2 hours. They have traffic here too. At this rate, I'm going to be glad to get back to mid-Wales, where we don't really know what a traffic jam is. Is this just because it's the school holidays? I mean, obviously I don't have children, so I don't often go away during school holidays. Perhaps this is why. Really, I'm struggling to comprehend just how busy it is. You know, we're in the middle of nowhere, it feels like, but the roads are just choked solid with traffic. This isn't quite what I imagined, but then I guess this is peak holiday season for you. When we came back from Romania last year, of course, that was May and early June, so the schools were still in, and we just didn't see this level of traffic. Wiggly bits, the view that way is epic. Fun times. Whoa. The battle between momentum and grip. You only want to slow down as much as is really necessary, because momentum is precious when you've got so little power. Not sure I'd fancy coming up here in the Innsbruck. I wonder what we've stopped for now. Oh, that was the sound of air brakes releasing. I am in traffic, well done. Standstill, I think we can call that. The thing about a 2CV is because nothing's power assisted, you don't actually need the engine to drive. So again, I think I'll let it cool off for a bit. Brake lights work without the ignition on. If I need to indicate, I do need to put the ignition on. And yeah, the steering lock is broken, so it's fine, it won't engage. Although of course now I've got no engine braking. I think the furthest I've driven with no engine is 3 miles. I think that was my record when I was in France once. And the ignition was starting to break up. It was on points assisted and the transistorized box overheated because the heatsink had fallen off. So we were in similar geography. So yeah, we just did 3 miles with no engine. It was lovely. It was really peaceful. Decided to go to a spa for lunch, purely for the novelty, but yeah, most spas don't have a backdrop like that. That's extraordinary. It's just a breathtaking place, and yes, that is snow. Wow. Right, grab some food. It looks like she is still sweating power. That looks pretty fresh. Oh yes. Clearly it isn't hot enough today to stop the oil leaking. What have you been catching? Where did you get glass fibre wool from? Daft car. Right. We shall push on. Well, that was a missed opportunity for plenty of gags. Where we stopped was the town of Miming. That might not be how they pronounce it. But where are we? So we are somewhere in Austria, which is this bit here. A gorgeous Diane drove past while I was parked up. There's Innsbruck. That is our destination in Austria. Good old Innsbruck. And then from there we will push on to Slovenia. I'm not sure it's the most logical place, but it was a place I spotted. Went on Airbnb and found a place that looked nice. So that'll do. Right, I need to find a cable for this camera because it is starting to run out of battery. Well, it's our first look at a Vespa, Innsbruck, and yeah, it's very big and horrible and towny. Oh well. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but it still looked quite folksy on the way in. and now it very much doesn't. Maybe it still isn't too bad, you know. That is quite a big river down there. I'll try and have an explore on foot a bit later on. Well, you'll notice the old rain hat has come out again. That's because there has been some actual rain. I managed to avoid it. Poor Ellie had to sit out in it. She's here with beautiful backdrop here in Innsbruck. I'm staying in this fantastic old building here. Mine is the one with the shutter slightly raised because English people don't understand shutters, but it's a lot cooler now. The heat isn't oppressive. So without further ado, we shall leave Ellie here. She'll have a night off. A nice Fiat Ducato motorhome to chat to if she feels the need. And we're going to have a mooch around Innsbruck because yeah, on my way in I saw it wasn't very impressive, but then we crossed the river and things got amazing. So we'll go and check out the amazing. I mean, everywhere you look there's mountains. It's very bizarre. So yeah, as I step out of my apartment, that's the view I get. Snow. I wasn't really expecting snow, but so we're going to walk down to the river and then walk into the old town. First of all, I have no idea what that building is, but it seems to date from 1809 and has panorama on a blackboard, so that's always good. But yeah, what a spot. Even the roadworks somehow look beautiful. But yeah, we want to go that way, I think, into the centre. So yeah, it looks idyllic, but everything looks pretty brand new. That church looks about 5 minutes old. That is a maglev, which is a bit fancy. Refreshing sounds of a lot of water. It's weird, given that I've been in somewhere where there's been water saving measures. I can feel the entire bridge wobbling, by the way, as people walk on it. That's quite cool. But yeah, no shortage of water here, it seems. I suppose more heat makes more snow melt up in the hills, so you get more runoff. Plus, it has been quite stormy. We've had some storms going on. But yeah, I'm not here to look at the new side of town. I want to go over and have an explore of the old town, so we'll carry on. Nice old Merc camper there. So I'm trying to steady the shot, but my arm is really unsteady. Yeah, this is the bridge I came in on. So I drove over from that side feeling not particularly impressed. I mean, the backdrop is marvellous, but yeah, I felt the town was not quite what I was after. But yeah, now we've got this funky camper van. Oh dear, funky, not very happy camper van. That's the most un-Mercedes-Benz like. But yeah, as we came across, I think we turned left here, so we went back that way. Yeah, this view rather opened up, so hopefully I'll do the same for you now. Interestingly, they have traffic lights for cyclists. But yeah, I thought that old Innsbruck might well be worth a nose around. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be worth a look, don't you? Remarkable effect as you walk down here. Oh yes, random passageways. I think it's going to do random passageways quite nicely. Wow. Yeah. Let's see what else is about. Big balloons, and yeah, I mean it's bordering on gaudy, but yeah, it's certainly a town with presence. Oh my gosh, it's a full-blown jazz explosion. bit too jazzy. And it must be said, it really is very touristy. There's all manner of tat you can buy, which of course is the same tat you can buy in any city anywhere. It's all made by the same people. Yeah, it's worth a look. But I think I'm more about the small towns. It's got skaters doing their thing over there. A little Piaggio Ape. Quite an old one by the look of it. But yeah, I kind of prefer the undiscovered places. I don't really want to go where everyone else goes. So while I certainly wouldn't urge you to stay away from Innsbruck, it would be fun to see if I can find any folksy little towns that are a bit more my cup of tea. Right, back to the Airbnb. And there I was, thinking I wasn't going to get a spot in Austria. Interesting. Right, 245 DL. Very nice headlamp wipers. Denied. Actually get away from the city centre, and I'm afraid I packed my microphone because I wasn't expecting to do this bit. And you got some marvellous old buildings and some real money out here, but it's more peaceful. It's yeah, it's quite nice. I do like these old buildings. I mean, they're enormous, some of them, with the high floor, very much like my Airbnb. In fact, I can't reach the light fittings. It's the ceilings are that tall. So yeah, there's plenty to see away from the old centre. Well, good morning in Austria, in Innsbruck indeed. It's 7:30 in the morning. Ellie has been marking her territory again, so much for the oil leak being fixed. But yeah, look at the view. Right, I think we should probably start making our way to Slovenia. Right then, let's set about going. Right, well, she gently warms up. I just edited episode 9, which goes live today. Always very strange keeping these things in your head. And I did a lot of reporting from this camera. And I will admit, when it comes to looking at the scenery around, this view does not work so well. That one is better. Problem is, this phone is usually doing sat-nav duty. Also, having my microphone plugged into this phone over here is a lot more convenient. So I think I'm just going to try and do a better job of actually stopping in nice places. And judging by the views around here this morning, that shouldn't be difficult. Yeah, okay, I deviated slightly just for that view. This is the panorama where, yeah, you're not meant to park here or they'll tow you away. So I'll better move Ellie before she gets in trouble. But I think it's too early to be in trouble. But yeah, they will be upset if she leaks too much oil on this lovely bit of concrete. So we should push on. Blimey, that's a viaduct and a half. I guess that's why the motorway is so much quicker, because it's not doing all this wiggly. I mean, it's no Milan viaduct, somewhere I've still never been, but that's still quite impressive. Right, let's park up and have a closer look. So yeah, I mean, another problem is the sunshine gets a bit problematic, but yeah, they go a long way down. That's quite extraordinary. But yeah, not a particularly scenic place to stop, so we shall carry on. Oh, it is so blissfully cool today. I'm almost cold. Although the temperature is set to climb to about 27, the downside is we may get some rain today. Which is a bit of a problem because the sunscreen, because I can't fit it correctly, it's meant to attach to holes in this panel that don't exist because it's an aftermarket panel. It's a bit of a faff to get the roof on. I'm not quite as quick as I should be. Nonetheless, look, straight bit of road. Bit of a novelty. Ooh, nice Opel Vectra ahead. That looks lovely. Always quite like those. The Mark III Cavalier to us in the UK. When launched in 1988, there was a bit of a furore because of how swoopy they looked. But yeah, Vauxhall judged that one very well. Nice cars to drive as well. Well, that was a bit unexpected. We're in Italy. I wasn't expecting to drive into Italy on this trip, but yeah, nonetheless, here we are. Wow. Yeah, if you actually look at a map, it makes perfect sense. So we were at Innsbruck overnight, and we've just driven to about here, I think. Either that or we've gone that way. It's very hard to see the road numbers on this tiny map. No, I think we've gone that way. So I think we're here, which is heading near Bolzano. But at some point we will split off because we need to go right. So here we are then, we're on the A22, we've got, well I think we're on the A22, we might not be, that might be the, no that's the auto route I'm right next to. I'm on a much smaller road, here in Italy, and yeah, interesting times. Oh, it's about to get wiggly. Oh, mist in the mountains. I am absolutely freezing. It must be said, I'm tempted to stop and put a hoodie on, but at the same time I'm enjoying the sensation of actually being cold because it's been a while. So there's the Autostrada, but we're down here where the real fun is. Oh, yes. We get the hairpins down here. So far I've had several people pull out in front of me, so it's all very Italian. Sadly I haven't caught any of these marvellous acts on camera yet. Wow. Quite interesting, but the signs are bilingual here, in German and in Italian. Been a slight change of plan because I've realised that Ljubljana, which is the capital of Slovenia, is about 60 miles closer to me than the base camp. There are two base camps organised by Slovenian clubs for 2 CVs to go at. I know there's been some thefts at one of them, because they're pretty much in the village and they're not on a specific site, I don't think. So I've decided that's undesirable. Yeah, I think I'm going to go straight to Ljubljana, because we drove past Ljubljana last year when on the Mighty Dacia mission, but never visited, and I still regret that. So yeah, we shall push on and see, and hopefully we'll be there by about 3 o'clock this afternoon. All right, this is looking like a complete nightmare of a place to get out of. Traffic is nightmarish. Oh, it's actually ground to a halt completely. That could actually play in my favour. Let's see if we can get out. This is the most thrilling bit of footage ever, isn't it? I have no idea where we are. Oh, St. Sigismondo, apparently. Is the cat going to let me out? No. I think the Porsche was prepared to let me out. That's amazing. As I say, thank you anyway. Come on, I want to join the traffic jam. Good grief. Are you sure we need to go that way, Satnav? So 186 miles it reckons we've got left, which is weird. That's only 14 less than the base camp. It does do this thing where it tells you what the mileage is going to be and then calculates the route, and it's completely different. But nonetheless, Ljubljana is where we're going to go. Oh, come on. Oh, finally. Nice people in the Renault Scenic there. So it's Keens or Cheens, depending on the language. I just stopped for breakfast at a very nice little cafe where I got stuck in horrible traffic trying to get out. And it was interesting that one girl behind the counter looked very, very Italian, the other looked very German and was wearing lederhosen. So truly, this is, a very mixed culture here up in the mountains. Is it the Alps? I guess it is still the Alps, yeah. A big old mountain range. But yeah, this traffic's not fun at all. It seems to be an underlying theme of this road trip, sadly, is the traffic. And on the Romania trip last year, I mean, Romania was busy, but the road still kept moving. So yeah, interesting. I think maybe pedestrian crossings are slowing everything down here. Oh, this is just going to be a day of tailbacks in stunning locations, isn't it? See? Stunning. I hope this doesn't count as a handheld mobile phone. It isn't working as a mobile phone, only a camera. So I have now confirmed it's not the Alps we're in, it's the Dolomites, which I should know because it was the Dolomites we crossed from Slovenia into Italy last year. I don't quite where the Alps end and the Dolomites begin, I'm not entirely sure. I didn't do geography at GCSE because I was that rubbish at it. There we go, we're back in Austria. Right, need to find some fuel, we're a bit low now. So I don't want to fill up in expensive Italy. Oh, look at that. Well, it's still pretty blooming epic. Yeah, them's a lot of hills. Yeah, it's just remarkable. And we're driving towards more hills as well. There's a interesting looking festival on. Looks like we're driving along a plain at the moment, but still pretty busy, it has to be said. But the traffic is breaking up a bit now, so as soon as the truck's coming past, maybe I won't rush to get started again just yet, but It's finally warmed up to the point I thought I'd better put some sun cream on. But yeah, Eddie's still driving absolutely fine. Feels better than ever, really. So we shall continue to Slovenia. Let's just take in the map. Yeah, Austria is quite skinny where Innsbruck is. So yeah, we came out this way, I think, and we're now following the 100. So we've gone back into Austria, following the 100. I'm not sure what happens here, given I've told it to avoid motorway, but I can see a little road there. And then hopefully we'll drop into Slovenia somewhere near Bled. And we might go and have a bit of a mooch at that. Oh dear, that's in the shade. Right, yes, there we go. So there's Bled. So we're following the 100 along here, and we'll drop down just about here. Looking forward to it. Vizhna Gora is where the camp is, and you can see it's beyond Ljubljana. So there's not much point in, or Vizhna Gora. There's not much point going there, really. I'm trying to look at our route when we came into Italy last time. And I think it might have been a similar sort of area. I think we popped over the border on a little road like that one there. Absolutely tiny road to drop into Italy. And then I know we ended up coming down south towards Venice. There's Venice, or Venezia. And then we drove across that way. But this is much more fun, I think. And so yeah, if we do go further north, we've got the option of just over here is Hungary, I think, and then we've got the Czech Republic up here, so that might be a nice run back. I mean, an awful lot of Germany again, but then we've discovered Germany's cheap for both accommodation and food, so maybe that's not a bad thing. But yeah, look how busy it gets once you get up to Eindhoven and the Netherlands. It's roads are plenty up there, not so many motorways down here, which is just what I like. Open road at last. That's a bit of a relief. Came through the town of Linz, I think, and it was just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Just more sodding traffic. But the overall vibe I'm picking up here is definitely do not do this sort of a trek in the school holidays. It's just unpleasant. To be fair, as you know, even Wales can be unpleasant. The Peak District, the Lake District, you can't move in the places during the school holidays. It's just, yeah, that's the school holidays for you. Speed! Into the stage, there's only 100 miles left, so 104 at the moment. We are now approaching Villach on the, if that's how you pronounce it, on the Austrian border with Slovenia, so we're getting close now. I reckon under 10 kilometers, and yeah, it's warming up, but it's still almost refreshing compared to earlier in the week. We are getting on for, well, I think we're over 900. Oh, seatbelt caught in the door. Over 900 miles now for the trip since Wednesday, and today is Saturday, so it's been some hard going, but then we've had some miles to cover, so we should carry on. Good lord, this view is spectacular. Just mountains as far as the eye can see, row upon row of them. We're now also heading in the direction of Wörthersee, which is where Mighty Car Mods went fairly recently with a Volkswagen Golf. But I suppose someone's got to. Those boys do like their vag. Mark II Golf there. Fittingly, given we're near Wörthersee. But yeah, I'm going to have to give up. It's food time. There is a Euro Spa. Well, the camera won't spin round that far. Which is like a big supermarket. That'll do. It'll be air conditioned for a start. Sitting in the shade, but I'm going slightly native with a Schnauz roll. So I've got fruit and milk, fruity milk. We'll see what that tastes like, and some meat, which I'll get to in a moment. Very sweet. That'll be jam then. Tasty. Right, that's the main course dealt with. Now we've got dessert. You can see the lifestyle you get if you eat these sausages. So I'm looking forward to meeting the blonde lady of my dreams later today. It says mild, so I hope this isn't hot, because I don't like hot food. But I have milk, so it's all good. I need to open the pack. There goes nothing then. Tastes just like a pepperami. This is why I don't do food videos, they're not very interesting. Lastly, it's the fruity milk. Is it going to taste as joyous as I hope? Bayek, that's got some zing. Raspberry and lemon, so it's got contrasting zing. Oh, that tastes delicious. And it's really, really cold. It describes itself as whey drink fermented with various juices. Maybe it's not milk. I haven't got a clue what it was. It was very, very, very tasty. I'm glad I stopped for lunch now. I mean, that still means I woke up in Austria, had breakfast in Italy, and I've had lunch in Austria, and hopefully dinner in Slovenia. So, fun times. Right, onwards we go. Oh, I've timed that well. Traffic everywhere. We got 63 miles to go until we're at Ljubljana Resort. Oh, you're going too slowly, so I'm just going to go, I think. No nuns and kittens were harmed, all is good. So we should continue. Well, sometimes you just have to stop because you've seen something amazing. Look at the state of that. Clearly glacial waters, but it's a massive lake. Wow. Wow. I mean, well, yeah, wow. That's just incredible. I'm lost for words. Oh yeah. Well done, Ellie. What a machine. Oh, this hill's biting hard. That's second gear we're in at the moment. That's full throttle. Oh gosh. I'm going to be down to first in a minute. Oh, she's slogging away in second. Come on, old girl. So I guess we're beginning to climb into the pass between Austria and Slovenia. It was always going to be fairly mountainous, I think. Can I just say, having hands that are covered in suntan cream does not make steering very easy. I don't think he liked being stuck behind a 2CV, but there weren't many places to pull over, to be fair. Oh look, danger, danger, danger. Oh gosh, I can feel the heat sink through the floor again. That's a hard working little engine. We're still going up, albeit more gently now. Oh, here we go again. This is even steeper. Oh, she's struggling. If I need first gear, I have to do a double declutch because there is no synchro mesh on first gear. No, we're about out, so here we go. Not perfect, but we got there. Blimey, look, we're climbing higher than the clouds. Come on, Ellie. Not much wiggle left by the look of it. Oh, go on. No. That's better. Oh, I should have left it in first. Come on, Nelly! You can do it, girl, come on. Andrew Lister, thanks for sending me a photo. I can't look at it at the moment. People do message me a lot on Facebook and I just cannot reply to all messages. So sorry about that. Same goes for Twitter, really. Oh, this is it, I think. Yeah. We're at the border. They're actually doing border checks. Only on the Austrian side, I think. And then we'll go into a big tunnel for 1.5 kilometers. Oh, I was hoping for a rather impressive view up here. Well, this is it then. We're driving through from Austria to Slovenia. This must be no man's land. That's been quite an achievement. Okay, I'll slow down then. Although if I'm in neither country, which one's going to do me for speeding? Gives her a chance to cool down a bit anyway, and me for that matter. It's different weather this this side of the mountain. That's bizarre. But I'm just going to keep recording while you come straight with me. Oh, microphone caught in things. Yeah, we just drove under that mountain. That's amazing. Well, there we go. There's the sign saying Austria. We are now in Slovenia. And everyone else is just kind of stopping just to go, oh my gosh, I'm in Slovenia. That's amazing. Well done, Ellie. That was a hard old slog for a little engine. I might let her cool down and check the oil before we go down, because the downside to having inboard brakes is they can get affected by heat soak, so they can overheat even if you don't use them. Although admittedly that's only because none of us fit the cooling ducts that should be fitted, because they tend to break all the time, and yeah, they're a pain in the backside, a right flimsy half-assed job. But yeah, made it. Well, I'm just letting her cool down a bit, and some Belgian Dianes have turned up, so that's all well and good. Excitement is building as people head towards the world meeting. This is going to be very interesting, I think. But oh yeah, look, she's dropping again, marking her territory. Oh dear, poor Ellie. As we jump another border then, I think I'm going to end that one there, or we're just going to end up with hours of footage. So yeah, that was how we got to Slovenia. And yeah, I'm going to spend a couple of days in Slovenia, so we'll cover that in a future video, and then we'll be off to Croatia for the world meeting of 2CV friends. Woohoo! Going to be fun times. So I shall say, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your comments. I'm not able to keep up with them like I used to be, but I do try and scroll through and have a look, and your words of encouragement and support are very, very lovely. So thank you very much. Don't forget the HubNut store, where you can buy HubNut goodies. You can't buy Mighty Thatcher t-shirts. That's a really bad example because we've sold out. We have other t-shirts, beanie hats. Essential this time of year. We need to get some cool hats like this maybe. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Farewell. Everything's good. Yeah, thank you. Excellent. Let's go.